Hello everyone, thank you for joining me. Today we have update 1.98. This is a pre-downloadable update, and then it will update itself at our normal time, 6 p.m. British Summer Time for myself. We have Control coming back with our new update and our new event. There's a few things they've changed, but nothing too exciting. They've turned the match time limit back on, given players their full ultimates on respawn if they died when they had one. I think they should just do that normally. Fix an issue where players would, at the end of a match, just stand in random positions on the podium if they won, instead of being grouped together in their squads. I don't think that's a big deal, so I'm not sure why they made a big thing of doing that, but hey ho. Turned off the enemy highlights and enemy vehicle highlights. It's a bit weird that they've done that, but I guess it makes it a bit harder. They have increased the capture rate on objectives based on the number of players capturing. I'm not going to read through them, but there's just a general that they've done that. Moved the turbocharger for the Havoc back to purple tier. They're now allowing players to equip the 3x scopes on LMGs and assault weapons, and allowing the 4x and 8x scopes on snipers in the loadout selection. They've also merged the marksman and sniper loadouts into one big loadout when you're sort of choosing what you want to use. Remove the squad wipe rating bonus when killing an enemy. Move the scoreboard to the inventory as the first tab. In the arenas, they've moved the scoreboard to the second tab. IMC Armory updates. Fixed an exploit allowing players to throw grenades or use an Ash ultimate to enter through a hole in the collision mesh. Fix an issue where you would be unable to mantle after using the teleporter under the armory. Prevented tridents from landing on top of the armories. Remove gold loot roller reward at wave 8. Decrease chances of hop-up spawning through the smart loot system. And smart loot is no longer generated for teammates outside of the armory. So make sure when you do use the armories, you're inviting all of your teammates in before you start it up. I have had a lot of people, they just go wander off and just do their own thing, and then you get there like, oh, I wish I was invited, or like pinged to know that you were going there. Balance updates. Crafting. The 301 and the Rampage have been removed from crafting, and they are now floor loot. The Wingman and the car have been added. Out of bounds, weapons and abilities will now only stow in the OOB trigger when the player is on the ground. Bow check. Optic on gold version defaults to 3x. Mirage can now use decoys from Valk Skydive redeploy. Okay, so obviously you know when you normally skydive at the beginning of the game, he can use these decoys. You can now do that with Valk, basically. Lifeline, combat revive. Moved revive cancel option from Lifeline to the player that is getting revived. I'm really mean. I cancelled on people who they have to really wind me up when I'm playing, but I have cancelled it a couple of times on them. Dock healing drone. The healing pool increased to infinite from 150. It still lasts 20 seconds, but it means that everyone definitely has a good chance of getting healed up. Care package. The cooldown from 5 minutes to 3.5 minutes. The weapon attachment panel now comes with a shield battery instead of 2 cells. No blue beam on the initial drop. Will still show up as after the care package lands. Okay, so if you land it, you have to open it quickly as possible so that enemies won't see it, basically. World's Edge, fix some final rings that end in heal offs. Storm Point, fix some final rings again, and Olympus, same again. Rings tuned for more balanced map dispersion on Olympus. Ranked updates, the split reset is softer. So from 6 to 4 divisions, the entry cost has also been lowered, down by 10 RP across all divisions and tiers. Diminishing kill values, more RP for high elimination counts. Currently, the first 3 eliminations are worth 100%. The 3 after that are 80, anything after that is about 20. They're now changing it so each squad is worth about 20% less while maintaining a minimum of 20%. This will give winning teams high eliminations of about 40 to 60 more RP. Bug fixes. Crypto can now scan survey beacons with his drone while riding the Trident. That's impressive. Fixed a bug for cases where Newcastle could get stuck in the air for a few seconds when using his ultimate, and stuck to Ash's tactical. Fix for Newcastle bug where players were able to full revive shields instantly by throwing a knockdown shield and picking it back up. Newcastle bug where players were unable to reload while his ultimate was on screen. Fix for Newcastle bug where using his ultimate would deploy longer than intended. Fix for cases where Newcastle or Seer could get inside locked vaults by placing a totem on a mobile shield. Interesting. Fix for Wraith, where she was able to create a portal while in the Revenant ultimate and have the portal appear next to the totem after being sent back. Sounds for Newcastle when he enters the Trident has been added. Fix for a UI bug where legend info would not display in the firing range. IMC Armory fix for situations where players could camp and block spots not intended to be with Wraith portals and Tridents. PS5 only fix. Fix for a bug where players' friends list does not properly update after putting the console in rest mode. Fix for cases where some larger legends were sometimes unable to enter containers on Storm Point when they are approaching them rapidly at an angle. Yeah, they're too fat to get in the containers. Okay, right, well that's been fixed. Fix for the Rampage and Sentinel for cases where the charging animation would show but they wouldn't charge. Fix for cases where Bloodhound and Seer scans would persist after user leaves the game. Interesting. Caustic fix, where players could still see the enemy's red highlights while they are in or behind gas they deployed. Blood splatter VFX no longer appears when Ash gets shot. Fix cases where amped up UI persists after Seer uses the Heartseeker passive. Control mode, fix a bug when the enemy team will continue to capture points progress without needing to flip or undo the other team's progress. Another one, UI bug, where the abandon penalty is no longer displayed. So the penalty wasn't coming up, but you're still getting it. Fix a bug where picking up a weapon in control always shows a full mag. Fix for cases where players appear to keep their thermite grenade after equipping it while using it on an explosive hold. The PS4 Pro and the Xbox One X, they've had a fix to improve frame rates on some areas of Olympus. The PS4 has also had a fix to improve performances on grassy areas of Olympus. That looks like everything for you. There's quite a lot there. I'm really excited to see how Lifeline plays with her new updates. Let me know what you think. As always, guys, stay safe, and I will see you in the next one.